Sa puntong ito, gumugulong na po ang pagdinig ng Senado kaugnay sa mga isyu sa Pogo kung saan nakasalang si dismissed Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Go. Panoorin po natin yan live.
Please proceed, Sen. Rafi, as part of your opening statement. And before we proceed, the Chair would like to acknowledge and thank the presence of the Majority Leader, Sen. Francis. Salamat po. Please proceed, Sen. Rafi.
Okay, as you can see, that's the fishing vessel. At nabanggit yan ni Alice Goo during one of the hearings. Sheila Goo, na sumakay sila sa maliit na boat, kulay puti, and then nag-transfer sa isang fishing vessel. So maaring ganun yung ginamit na roll, yung video. And then papakita po natin kung paano na hindi na niya kailangan pang sumampa from boat to boat dahil chinek din po namin from July 1 to July 20 yung route na binanggit ni Sheila Goo ay medyo rough ang dagat, medyo maalon, habagat, kaya imposibleng basta-basta na lamang sila makapagsampa without the aid of that fishing vessel that I showed. Wala ba tayong moving? Mabilis lang.
Can we proceed to show the video, please, as part of the opening statement? Or kung hindi pa kaya sa ngayon, Sen. Rafi, baka sa bahagi ng pagtatanong nyo mamaya.
Yes. Today, Madam Chair, with the help of our resource speakers from the Coast Guard, Immigration, CAAP, and other relevant agencies, I would like to identify the weak points in our border control. Madam Chair, our country's borders is very complicated. Every shoreline could serve as an exit point, and this makes the Philippines a potential hub for transnational crimes. We have to review our border control and transportation regulations policies. Wala po sa mga commercial modes of transportation ang problema. Kasi ang kriminal, hindi naman po sasakayan ng MRT. Usually sarili niyang motorsiklo or heavily tainted na van. Ganon din po sa sea and air transport. Ang kriminal na may pera ay may ibang paraan ng paglalakbay. On another matter, Madam Chair, I would like also for us to look into the process and protocol in extracting fugitives in our country. This is not our first fugitive extraction. We have undergone this process before. But what was the reason why there seemed to be a different protocol with Alice Goo's extraction? Yusek Raul Vasquez said that it was just an immigration-to-immigration issue. Si Alice Goo, tulad ni Sheila Goo at Cassandra Ong, ay hinuli ng Indonesian authorities dahil sa immigration violation, dahil dalawa ang passport at hindi proper ang entry documents. That was the process that was followed because it is fast, efficient, and least expensive dahil nga immigration to immigration lang. Exclusion, removal on their side, and extraction on our side. In fact, for the two ladies, Sheila Goo and Cassandra Ong, there was just 2 immigration officers and 2 NBI officers who processed their extraction, and they took a regular commercial flight. What was the thought process behind the alternate protocol in the case of Alice Goo? The Senate arrest order was issued prior to the warrant issued by the Capas Tarlac RTC. I want this to be clarified in this hearing. And finally, was the dismissal of Alice Goo from being mayor a scheme for the filing of the case in Capas Tarlac? Would it not be better if this case was filed in a court outside the jurisdiction of Tarlac, which Alice Goo treated as her playground? Of course, we assume that there is a regularity in our court processes. But maybe we should realign our policies to ensure that it cannot be manipulated. Because, let's face it, kung may natutunan tayo dito sa kwento ni Alice Goo, basta't may pera ka, walang imposible. Salamat po, Madam Chair.
Salamat din po, Sen. Rafi. Kung wala na pong ibang opening statements, may I request COMSEC i-acknowledge yung ating mga resource persons at pagkatapos i-administer yung oath sa mga hindi pa nakapanumpa noon.
Good morning, everyone. The committee would like to acknowledge the presence of the following resource person. From the Department of Justice, we have Assistant Secretary Francis John L. Tejano, Attorney Mariel Francisco, Attorney Hannah Lizette Manalili, Attorney Benjamin Samson. Then from the Office of the Solicitor General, we have Assistant Solicitor General James Condangan, State Solicitor June Abigail de la Cruz. Then from the National Police, Philippine National Police, we have Police Colonel Isagani Fetasanan. Okay. Then we have still from the Philippine National Police, CIDG, Police General Raul Takaka. Then from Police Colonel J. Dimaandal. From the Department of Information and Communications Technology, we have Maricar Magpili. Okay, from the Department of Foreign Affairs, we have Director Lailani Feliciano, Director Von Ryan Pangwi. Then from the Department of Interior and Local Government, we have Assistant Secretary Romeo Benitez. From the Department of Transportation, we have ASEC Enrique Antonio Esquivel. From the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, we have Undersecretary Gilberto Cruz. We have Director Winston John Casio. Then from the Interagency Council Against Trafficking, we have Undersecretary Nicolas Felix T. From the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, we have the chairperson, Mr. Alejandro Tenco. Together with General Raul Villanueva, Attorney Josephine Pagdanganan, Attorney Aliyah Kumagul. Then from the Anti-Money Laundering Council, we have Attorney Adrian Arpon. We have Attorney Arnold Cabanglit. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, we have Attorney Scraton Orculio, Attorney Edgar Alan Reyes. Then from the Bureau of Immigration, we have Commissioner Norman Tansinco, together with Fortunato Manahan Jr., Attorney Arvin Cesar Santos. From the Immigration Regulations Division, we have Chief Rogelio Guivero Jr. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Judge Jaime Santiago. Then from the Philippine Statistic Authority, we have Engineer Marisa Grande. We have Attorney Eliezer Ambatali. From the Manila International Airport Authority, we have the General Manager, Mr. Eric Jose C. Ines. From the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, we have Attorney Roberto Martin Venaventura. Okay. From the Maritime Industry Authority, we have Attorney Mary Margaret Espino. Then from the Philippine Coast Guard, we have Vice Admiral Rolando Lizor Ponsalan Jr. We have Captain Oliver Tanseco. Okay. We have Captain Habelino Sali. We have Commander Maria Gloria Bermido Salcedo. Okay. And then we have Bernadette Gutierrez. From the Philippine Navy, we have Rear Admiral Jose Maria Ambrosio Espileta. Then Captain Marco Buena. We have Captain Isilito Lagadia Jr. From the Securities and Exchange Commission, we have Attorney Gerardo F. Del Rosario. Then we have Miss Cheryl Medina, the executive assistant of Mayor Kalugay. Then we have Mr. Jose Antonio T. Feliciano, the former mayor of Bamban Tarlac. Then we have Miss Alice Goo alias Gua Haping. Then Miss Sheila Guo alias Sangmir. Then we have Attorney Elmer Galicia, Attorney Stephen L. David, Miss Rosaline Baterna, the Corporate Secretary of Lucky South 99. That's all, Madam Chair. We also
Thank you,
invited,
Comsec. Yes,
we
please
invited
proceed.
Mayor Kalugay, but he sent his letter of regrets.
This is the second time that Mayor Kalugay is absent. Nung unang imbitasyon sa kanila ng komite, sinabi nila may sakit sila sa dengue. This is the second inability to honor the invitation of the committee. So at the proper time, I will
move now,
yes,
Madam
please,
Chair.
Sen.
I will
Joel,
move
if you
now
would.
that we issue a subpoena, Madam Chair, to this Mayor Kalugay, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair of Aswal, Pangasinan. I so move, Madam Chair.
Yes, the chair.
Second the motion.
Thank you very much. On the motion of Sen. Joel, as seconded by the Senate President Pro Tempore, Sen. Jinggoy, the chair rules that the committee issue a subpoena for the good mayor na kailangan makadalo na sila sa susunod na pagdinig.
Madam Chair, may
Yes,
I also
Sen. Joel.
ask if we were able to invite the Secretary of Mayor Kalugay, a certain Cherry, which is she around? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat, Sen. Joel. Also, Comsec, na-invite, I heard the name Cassandra Leong. Ano, nandito ba siya ngayon ulit? O nandito na ba siya sa atin?
Madam Chair, she is still at the hospital, but we sent a letter to the speaker requesting the presence of Miss Cassandra Ong here. But there's no reply from the office of the speaker.
Well, the committee hopes that there will be a
Yeah,
reply
actually-
forthcoming from the office of the speaker. Yes,
Well,
Comsec.
there's a reply, if I may read. This of your committee to allow Ms. Catherine Cassandra Leong to attend the public hearing on September 9, 2024 at the Senate. Please know that this request has been approved by the Joint Justice Committee. However, please be informed that Ms. Ong is still confined at the hospital in Taguig. Our latest update is that she may be discharged from confinement either tonight or Tuesday, tomorrow.
That's good to know, Comsec, at salamat sa sagot ng Office of the Speaker. We have that in writing, ano po, hindi
Yes,
lang sa
yes.
cellphone. Okay po. And tamang-tama kung di-discharge na siya ngayong gabi, kasi actually, ang alam natin, last time, Webes, 2 to 3 days lamang siya pinapapahinga ng doctor ng House. So she should really be here at the next hearing. Yes, Sen.
Madam Chair.
Joel.
Yes, Madam Chair, following the opening statements a while ago of Senator Raffy, and I think it's very important that we set the record straight when it comes to the contempt powers of the Senate, the jurisdiction and the pending court cases. And I can see two brilliant legal luminaries here on this August chamber. Madam Chair, just for the record and for the sake of clarification, is it correct that Miss Alice Go is still under contempt for her failure to attend the two hearings of this Senate committee, June 26 and July 10 hearings? Is that an affirmative, Madam Chair?
That is correct, Sen. Joel. Alice Go or Go Huaping is still subject to the citation of contempt of this committee and the Senate.
So live pa rin po ito, Madam Chair. Pangalawa, yung jurisdiction, no? May we know the committee's position as to the jurisdiction and the period of imprisonment under the inherent contempt powers of the Senate, Madam Chair?
Sen. Joel, those are actually among the questions that not only the chair, but I'm sure the colleagues will be raising during this hearing. And by the end of the hearing, gusto kong makapagbuo talaga ng ruling ang chair at ang komite tungkol sa importanteng usaping ito. Kasi napaka-importante po sa komite at sa buong Senado na nirerespeto ng mga resource persons ang powers at ang rulings ng Senado. In the same way, we give equal respect to the co-equal branches of
Madam Chair,
government.
Madam Chair.
Before the chair asks the COMSEC to administer the oath
Madam Chair.
to our resource
Madam Chair.
persons, I will call on the majority leader, and then we will proceed to the administering of the oath. Yes, Sen. Francis.
Madam Chair, good morning. Germane to the statement given by Senator Joel Villanueva, at the proper time,